Everybody, my name is Nick. I'm a math educator with over 20 years of in-class teaching experience. I work in IT and I make math videos for this channel at First Coast Math Clinic with the goal of increasing your confidence and understanding in math. And if you're looking at these three examples on the screen and you struggle with simplifying them, then stick around because in this video, I'm going to show you how to multiply and divide integers. Let's get into it. All right, so for number one, we've got -4 times -3, and number two, we've got 5 times -6. So we want to come up with some rules for multiplying integers, multiplying and dividing integers before we actually do the math, so we can apply these rules to the problems that we're working on. So let's just review integers first. So if I draw out our number line, put 0 in the middle, larger numbers are going to go to the right, smaller numbers are going to go to the left, and get a list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on, to the right, to the left, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, and so on. So these are a basic example of our integers. All right, so these are the numbers we're going to be working with, types of numbers we're going to be working with. So we notice we don't have any decimals, we don't have any fractions, so we're just going to be working with positive and negative whole numbers, and that's our integer set, okay? So now, if we want to multiply and divide integers, our rule is if we're multiplying two numbers that are the same sign, well, we have to figure out what's the sign of our answer going to be. If we are multiplying two values out of the same sign, our answer is positive. If we're multiplying two values that are the opposite sign, the answer is going to be negative. So those are the major rules that we're going to use, right? If we have two values out of the same sign, the answer is positive. If we have two values that are opposite sign, the answer is going to be negative. So let's figure out first what the sign of our answer is going to be. So for number one, I've got a negative times a negative, so I have the same sign. So the sign of our answer should be positive, and 4 times 3 is going to give us 12. And then number two, 5 times 6, so the signs of our answers are, signs of our numbers are opposite, so the sign of our answer is going to be negative, and then we can multiply 5 times 6 and get -30. Okay, let's move on to some additional examples. So for number three, we've got -24 divided by -4. When we have a fraction, any fraction is division. So we know the sign of our answer is going to be positive, and 24 divided by 4 is 6, so our answer should be positive 6. Number 4, we're dividing opposite signs. -44 divided by +4. So the sign of our answer should be negative, and 44 divided by 4 is 11. Number 5, we're squaring -3. So we can represent this as -3 times -3. So we're multiplying two numbers that are the same sign. So the sign of our answer should be positive, and we're going to get +9. And then number 6, we're multiplying three values. So we can go left to right. So I'm going to start with -2 times -3. So I'm multiplying two values that are the same sign. So the sign of our answer should be positive, and a negative times a negative gives us +6. So 2 times 3 is 6. I'm going to bring down the times -7. So now we're multiplying a positive times a negative, two numbers that are opposite signs. When we multiply two numbers that are opposite signs, the sign of our answer is going to be negative. So our answer here is going to be -42. All right, let's look at a couple more examples. For number 7, we've got -4 times -9 divided by -2. So I'm going to start in our numerator. We're multiplying two numbers that are the same sign. A negative times a negative is a positive. So we have +36 over -2 divided by -2. Now we're dividing two numbers that are opposite signs. When we divide two numbers that are opposite signs, the sign of our answer is going to be negative, so we're going to get negative 18. Number 8, let's go left to right. Negative times negative. We're multiplying two numbers that are the same sign, so the sign of our answer is going to be positive. So we get positive 12 times, I'm going to bring down the negative 2, times negative 6. So now, let's multiply 12 times negative 2. So now we're multiplying two numbers that are opposite signs, positive and negative. So our answer is going to be negative, and 12 times 2 is 24. So now I've got negative 24 times negative 6. So now when I multiply negative 24 times negative 6, we're multiplying two numbers that are the same sign. So the sign of our answer should be positive, and 24 times 6 gives us 144. Number 9, let's start in our numerator. And I'm going to start with negative 2 times negative 3. Multiplying two numbers that are the same sign. So the sign of our answer should be positive. So we're going to get positive 6 times negative 4 over negative 3. Let's finish simplifying our numerator. 6 times negative 4. Now we're multiplying two numbers that are opposite signs. Sign of our answer there should be negative. So we're going to get negative 24 divided by negative 3. Now we're dividing two numbers that are opposite sign, or excuse me, the same sign here. Negative 24 divided by negative 3. When we divide two numbers that are the same sign of our answer is going to be positive, and 24 divided by 3 is 8. So our answer here is positive 8. So in this video, we went through specific rules for multiplying and dividing integers, and then went over 9 examples using those rules. I hope this video helped you guys out, helped you better understand that concept. If you like this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and leave some comments regarding topics you'd like to see additional videos made on. And check out the link for the video that's coming up now on how to solve one-step equations. This is Nick from First Coast Math Clinic.